what is your experience with volunteering? So, I had just volunteered. I volunteered this year for a church, and they do lunch at noon on Tuesdays. So I was a volunteer there. I went with another lady that I used to teach with, and we hang out. We do something every week, and she goes to this volunteer group, and I was so I went with her, and then we were just these servers. So we were all assigned tables, and one of us would serve them water and iced tea, and then the other one would sit at the table and just greet them and have conversation with them. And those were it was for the homeless, or for whoever came in, to the church for their lunch. But they were only so many people were allowed to come in at certain times, and then they would leave, and then they would fill the next spot up. And I don't know how long the line was, because I never saw the outside, but I just saw the people come in. I mean, we probably had about 10 tables, maybe, and we had about 6 to 10 people sitting at a table. And so I was a greeter at one of the tables, and it was a good experience. I mean, just being able to help, and then you just see these people, and everyone is so nice, and they were just, coming in, happy to get a meal. A couple of guys told me their stories. They, they were just, it just seems crazy that they just do not have a home, and that we cannot have that for them. I mean, I don't know. Homeless just drives me crazy. And, but anyways, so that was my volunteering this year. But the other time that I volunteered or had a volunteer experience was in high school, and there was a girl that was in my grade, and I saw her, and she was very poor, and she must have lived not very nice, not very well. She always showed up with, not very nice clothes on, and not very good shoes, and everything was just kind of a mess. And I just got it in my brain that I wanted to do something for Christmas, and my thought was to do the 12 days of Christmas. So I thought up this 12 days, and I thought about giving her a Secret Santa. So I think on November 30th, I sent her a letter, or maybe December 1st, I sent her this letter, or dropped it off dropped it off on her desk without anyone seeing me, and saying that, oh, you've been selected as Secret Santa, or selected by a Secret Santa, and you will be revealed, or what, I don't remember what it said, but it said something like that you'll have the 12 days of Christmas with a Secret Santa, and then at the 12th day, you'll meet your Secret Santa. So we made it sound like, well, after I gotten the idea, I told a couple friends, and then they got in on it with me. So we just came up with a plan to make it sound like other people had gotten this too. We were just, it wasn't just her. We just picked it out of I can't remember what we said, but we didn't make it sound like it was just her. And then I came up with, I just got so many gifts given to me for their 12 days, because we had to come up with 12 days of gifts, and I had so much support. And when my friends found out I was doing it, everyone was just like, oh my gosh, let me get this, let me get that. So it was really nice. It was really fun, putting it in her, she had different periods of the day with different people, so we would always just try to sneak it in there and sneak it in class before she would get there. And so it was kind of fun doing that. And then the last day, 12th day came, and then that was the day I had introduced myself. And I went with a friend of mine, and we introduced ourselves and said, "Oh, we're your Secret Santa." And she was like so surprised, and she was just a really great girl. She wasn't sad, she wasn't anything. It's just that we just felt that she really needed, help. But anyways, we just said that, "Oh, okay, well, we'll take you to lunch." And so she chose Burger King, and we went to Burger King with her, and, she was just, happy. It's not like she was, sorry for herself or she felt weird about getting the Secret Santa. She didn't. She was just completely happy and, everything, friendly. So anyways, that's been my volunteering experience. The first time happened when I was in high school, and then the last one happened this year, and I'm 39. But I can't. I know I've volunteered for some things, but those are really the two things that come to mind. And I hope to volunteer more. Actually, this year for Christmas, that's what I'm trying to think of, something to do for me and my kids. So I heard in a study group I was in the other day that one of the ladies was actually, her church had asked her that everyone should do something, and that her thing is that she is going to go out on Christmas Day, and that day with her family, and hand out bags of food and drink, like a little, goodie bag, goodie bag, like, of food, and to all the people that are like on the streets. So that's what she feels compelled to do. And everybody just has this thing. So, and so, sorry, that's my Robert coming into me.
Hello.
But yeah, this volunteering is what I'm trying to get my kids in on it. So I'm trying to get them to pick out something that we want to do. Actually, Dustin and
I'm not doing it.
Stop, Robert. He's 8. Anyways, Dustin is 9, and he went with me to Panera, and we actually saw this Christmas tree that had all these little paper ornaments on it, and they actually had written on there what a child wanted and what the age was. So, and what, like a boy, age 6 to 9, and wanted a Skylander. So that's the one we picked. We picked a Skylander, and then we picked another one that said SpongeBob. And so I just got those gifts in the mail from Amazon, and and then you get a cookie for each present that you turn in. But anyway, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna give them those gifts and get cookies. So there's our first volunteering experience, but I really would like to get into something where my kids actually see the people.
Hey, Mom,
so I'm still.
Thing is mine for Christmas.
That's what he thinks. And so, anyways, that's what I'm still trying to think of that. But anyways, this video is running long. So, and my son won't stop talking. So I am yeah, that's what I have to say about my volunteering.